Craig and I met at his sister's 21st. My mum and dad had a catering business. We got engaged. He asked me to marry him in the April, and we got married 2 weeks after my 80th birthday. And that was our love story. Craig worked with Air Services for 24 years till he decided he had had enough. Around the corner from where we were living, a bin company was for sale. So we sort of checked it out. And then they decided they weren't going to sell it. So Craig then found another truck to buy with a contract. So we sold the boat and we did the two businesses. I guess really what started happening was one truck break down and it'd be like $15,000 to fix. And of course I kept telling them if they needed steel for the bins, they needed wheels, tyres or whatever, they had to let me know. They'd just go and do it and then tell me after, and then the bills come in and then I've got to go, oh my God, you can't do that. He was always tired. He'd come home and he'd just virtually fall asleep. He was getting less and less that he was wanting to eat. I thought that he was eating stuff at work and all that, but it wasn't. He was getting sick. So I drove him to the hospital. And on the Monday, they did more tests. And that afternoon they came back and they said, well, you've got cancer. You've got bowel cancer. And we went, oh. Anyway, then through that week, they then came back and they said, well, you've got it in the lungs. And you've got it in the liver. Then I got sick, so everything snowballed and I couldn't be at work. So I'd go in fewer and fewer hours. It was after that my health did go down, and I'd already had one stroke. And then when things got worse with everything happening and all that, I'd only go in when I actually had to. Then they'd only come to me when things were in really dire straits. And I go, why do you wait till now? Why didn't you tell me this before, when I could have been doing something about it, I was already a mess. I didn't want to live. I had my ways of committing suicide. The doctors knew that. They were worried. And I said, well, you go through all this and see how you come out the other end. Joanna from Wesley Mission, she contacted me and I took up everything that I had. Or she'd come to the house because she knew that my mum was dying as well. And so she just kept everyone off my back. So, and give me some breathing space and sorted it. And it was just a relief. It just took so much off my shoulders in such a bad time, and it was just incredible. And they have been incredible all the way through. When the phone call came through, the last one finally said that they were going to write off the debt, I cried. Joanna came around and I just hugged her and cried and said, thank God for you, because I don't know what I would have done without you guys. You have been so fantastic.